Hi, we're Joel and Lia.
And today we're talking about Harry and Meghan.
Yes, we are. We made a video years ago about what Brits think about Meghan. That isn't this video, but if you want to see it, let us know, because we probably will do that. I've seen some people want that, because a lot has happened.
What, have they not
then.
seen the video? Or they want to see more?
No, they want to see more. They're like, can we have an update on this, please? Because obviously that was when it was announced that she was the fiance.
I remember.
And now, like, a lot has happened that people are like, what do Brits think about it? So we can do that.
I remember the famous interview on Sky, or was it BBC? It was Sky TV, and she's holding his hand, saying how in love they were. And Brits just didn't take well to that video.
No.
For various different reasons.
So go watch that video if you'd like to have a look. It's basically us, chatting about how we found her a bit disingenuous at the start, but obviously we've gotten used to her now. So.
So since then, she's now married, she's had a baby.
Yeah.
They've distanced themselves from the royal family.
Yeah.
People now think that they shouldn't be using their royal titles for various different reasons. And the latest bit of news is that they've signed a deal with Netflix.
I only just found out about this today, because Leah planned this video out, found all the articles, and I just have been reading them, and I'm like, I didn't know this was going on. Is this recent then?
Yeah, so, well, the thing is, people have been saying for a while that, you know, rumours of their production company and what kind of stuff they're going to be making, what content they're going to be putting out. And there's been, you know, rumours circulating, and now it's been announced they've signed a big deal with Netflix, and their statement says is that it's going to be a docu-series, documentaries or kids programs, which will be sharing issues that resonate with them personally. Some projects are already in development.
Okay, so it's not Meghan getting back into acting.
That's what everyone was thinking. So when the newspapers printed these headlines, the first thing all of us Brits think is, oh my gosh, here she is, gone full circle from being an actress.
I said this from the beginning. I swear, I haven't watched the video we did 2 years ago, but I swear I said this. I was like, because we're actors and we can't compare ourselves to the people like Meghan Markle who is in Suits, but being someone who enjoys acting, I was like, what actress would willingly give up acting? Like, every actor will tell you that like acting means the most to them. That's all they ever want to do. It means so much to them. I was like, she would never give that up. I knew that she would go full circle and go back into it, even though that this says that she hasn't. And I don't have an issue with it. I'm like, why shouldn't you be allowed to act if you're in the royal family? Go for it, Meghan.
Go for it. That's what we all say. But I think she's going to introduce these docu-series and then eventually just put herself back on screen. But obviously,
I think she should.
She should, shouldn't she?
Yeah, come on, Duchess of Sussex. Honestly, the Duchess, imagine the credits. Instead of Meghan Markle, it would just say Duchess of Sussex. It would be amazing. I have no issue with that. I've never understood why they're not allowed.
Imagine written, produced, starring the Duchess of Sussex.
Do you think that they shouldn't have a title now then?
Well, the reason why this all came about is because Meghan Markle made a political statement, and the royals are meant to be above politics.
I saw this.
She went on TV, but I watched the interview and I didn't even think it was that bad. I've written in quotation marks exactly what she said. She said, "We all know what's at stake." That's all she said. I saw
that as well. She didn't, because I was expecting her to be like, I hate Trump, do not vote for Trump, because the articles were making it out as if that's what she did. She didn't. She just said, it's really important that you vote, we all know what's at stake.
I thought she was really vague, and I thought that she was doing her job as someone connected to the royal family. Is she still royal? She's still royal.
I guess she's still royal. They've still got their titles. Yeah,
they're just not being funded by the privy purse, the Queen, or any of that.
And I think they've had to start paying back like £2 million or something, which was the renovation cost of their home or something.
Right, okay. So anyway, all she said was that. I didn't think it was that bad. But the newspapers, Piers Morgan even tweeted saying that she deserves to be stripped. They all deserve to be stripped of their titles. And
Piers Morgan should be stripped.
Of what?
His clothes. No, I'm joking. He should be stripped of his first name. We should just refer to him as Morgan.
Morgan.
He doesn't even deserve a first name.
I don't know, he just went crazy about this and said that they shouldn't be allowed to use their titles because she apparently spoke out about Trump. I don't think she really said anything about him.
Like, we all know she's anti-Trump, because before she became royal, I think she was like I'm a Democrat. So we all know that she doesn't like Trump, but she didn't say anything about him. She deliberately stayed quite neutral.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think she's done anything wrong.
No, I don't think she has either. But this news about the Netflix thing, there's been a few articles saying what kind of things they're going to be making, and it is just like the first time that any royals have done this.
Well, that's why I'm excited. Because I'm like, no royal has done this before.
Yeah.
They're breaking down the barrier between the great British public, well, the great worldwide public, and the royal family. I don't know why I pointed at myself for the royal family. The great British public
all of
and
you,
the royal family.
And him.
Yeah, not even us. And me. I'd love to be royal.
I know, you've said it before. Say it again. Say it louder.
Prince Joel, just a crown on my head.
Prince Joel.
Literally.
He'd love to be royal.
Wouldn't I? But I wouldn't like my choices being taken away from me. So I probably would do a Harry and Meghan and be like, I want to be royal, but I also want to be an actor, and I also want to do whatever I want.
They're like, I want to have my cake and eat it, but everyone else is saying, well, I think what they're facing is a huge backlash of people that go, no, if you're in that family, you're in that family. You shouldn't be able to go off and do this and benefit from being that and have all of these eyes on you, have a global audience and be able to do whatever you want. And that's what they're dealing with, and I think that's why they left the UK. They don't want anything to do with UK tabloid papers. They don't want anything.
Which
they just don't want the drama.
The only thing about all of this that I disagree with Meghan particularly, is like, I know I haven't been in her position, so maybe I can't comment, but I'm like, I swear American tabloids are so much worse than UK tabloids.
Really?
Because we have certain laws that you can't print certain things, whereas you go to an American supermarket and you see the magazines that are like, Kim Kardashian like killed a woman at the supermarket, or something so sensational that you're like, well, that isn't true, and then it turns out not to be true, and it's just because they've gone, a source has said that Kim Kardashian killed a woman in a supermarket, but they can then print that. But in the UK that's not allowed, so I'm like, the only thing I think is maybe just the Brits are more savage because we're very protective over the royal family. So maybe that's why.
A lot of people say that Meghan Markle was not welcomed from the start, from the very beginning, because A, she's American, and then other people say that it's to do with race. And I don't actually think that that's why the UK didn't take to her. I don't think it was anything to do with the colour of her skin. But I do think her being American played a bit of a part in it, because there's just some things that are lost in, like, as you cross the pond, like, there's just some ways that you just can't. We didn't warm to her.
No.
We didn't warm to her because we couldn't relate to her.
Yeah.
And I think, I say we, I'm talking about the British public, are actually quite like her, even though I said in the beginning, I don't believe her. I think she still wants to be an actress. But I don't know, I just think good for them for like taking the leap, having their own independence and going off and living wherever they want to live and do what they want. But does Harry really want to be doing this? I wonder. Like, has he always wanted to be this sort of like producer, Netflix? Like, he's Harry, he's Prince Harry.
I mean, yeah, you can see why people then think that she's the one controlling it, being like, we want to do this, don't we, Harry? And he's just like, yeah.
I just wonder.
But I feel like he's a strong enough character that probably wouldn't be the case. And we know he's very philanthropic because of all the work that his mum did with Diana. So I know that he's got that in him. So maybe he does want to create educational content on Netflix. And
also, as someone who clearly loves his wife and family so much, you might just want to do anything that they want to do anyway. If she's dying to produce and be creative, like, good for her. We want to create stuff as well, hence like YouTube.
Exactly. And he's always been a rebel. I remember when he was spotted drinking alcohol or hooking up with girls or like doing things that the media were like, oh my goodness, this is the rebellious prince. Like, he's always been a bit like of a, I don't know the word.
Is it like rogue?
Rogue,
kind of,
And Will's always been the calm one. That said, I do love Kate and Will so much, and I just love like the whole image that they portray, which is just like untouchable. They would never let us in. Like, but I love it.
I can see Harry and Meg's doing like Instagram stories, like, we're just behind the scenes on our Netflix show.
And I was thinking, I love that too. Like, I love that there's both, and I love that the royal family, you can now hopefully they've changed the rules that you can.
They've changed the rules.
Well, they have.
They've rewritten the rules.
They've rewritten the rules that you might have some royals that are a bit more chill woman, like, come chill with me.
Yeah.
And you might have some royals that are like, don't come near me.
I suppose with Will always being the next king, he was bound to be the one that's a bit more by the book, got to play by the rules. Like for Harry, it was like, well, unless someone literally kills my brother.
And my nephew, and my other nephew, and my niece.
Then I'm fine to just be me.
Yeah.
Then I will have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think let them do what they want to do. They're not harming anyone.
No. Let's click on one of these articles, just see.
Which one?
Let's see the trashiest one. Daily Mail. Daily Mail's always complete
trash.
trash.
They hate Meghan, don't they?
I think she's had it tough.
She has.
She has had it tough.
The best comment, which has over, nearly 22,000 thumbs up,
says, not going to watch anything that has their names on it.
Well, aren't you boring and miserable?
Oh, come on, you are going to watch. We're all going to watch, aren't we?
Yeah, can't imagine giving them money to others for production costs. It's all about them. They're doing something educational. They're literally creating something to hopefully inspire people or give back to charities. Like they're using their name for good purposes. So why don't you want to watch that?
Yeah, I think people want to find something wrong with them. Someone's also said family content ? Meghan doesn't do family. That's not very nice, guys.
That isn't nice.
So yeah, you can tell the reaction. What?
Look, the biggest thumbs down comment is the power. I cannot wait to see what they come up with. Success to the Sussexes.
Basically our whole video.
Yeah, I know. Well, I just think that they're allowed to do what they want, and they've not done anything to personally offend me. That's for sure.
We've done enough to personally offend them.
Oh, I know. We did say some mean things, but that's the thing. It wasn't even mean about them. We were just saying, don't trust her. She's disingenuous.
Yeah.
And that is how lots of Americans can come across to Brits, because they used to plastering a smile, always being really sickly sweet and like everything's amazing, guys. Amazing.
That's how I remember the interview.
Brits don't like that. Brits want like down to earth, normal people.
Bit of sarcasm.
A bit of sarcasm.
Maybe be like, oh god, I can't really stand his farts, but we're having a great time getting to know each other or something like that. We'd been like, oh, she's so very relatable. Obviously, of course, she's not going to say that about farts on the news, but
I wish she
just
did.
something like, you know, hard
a bit
dealing
of personality. But now I feel like I've seen enough of them that I know that she does have a personality.
Yeah.
And that's why I secretly love the subtle dig at the Republican Party, because I'm like, well, at least she's got an opinion now and she's like being herself rather than just being all like, I'm just a smiley person.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so sorry for her. Some of the stuff she had to go through. Like, remember when she didn't take her hand off her stomach when she was pregnant, and the media made it look as if she literally has a hand glued to her stomach. It's so bad. Like, it's not funny. It's not funny. She had a hard time.
But I do really want to know what's going on between Kate and Meghan. Are they actually friends? Do they hate each other? Like, I want to know the goss. I don't think we'll ever find out.
I reckon it's just like, do you know what? We're fine with each other. This is all guess. This is all the guess. But you know, you haven't really played by the rules, and I've come here and I've played by the rules, and I've just I've ticked the boxes, and you take the boxes and turn them into like squares. You just change everything. So that must have been strange at the beginning, but she's probably like, do you know what? We don't even see each other that much anymore.
Well, we couldn't see them when we went to the Royal Festival of Remembrance. We saw Will and Kate and the Queen, but we couldn't see Harry and Meghan. It turns out they were tucked right at the back in the corner.
Yeah. With Boris.
Boris
Johnson. They sat in that. They didn't sit in the royal box. So obviously they'd normally be in the royal box. They're like, no, we're just going to sit over there. We don't want to be in the royal box. Break the rules.
Breaking the rules.
Sit in the flipping box, hun.
But everyone loves a bit of a rebel rule breaker. So.
We do. We love it.
Yeah.
I mean, the newspapers wouldn't have made nearly as much money if they didn't break the rules. So
they should be thanking them.
They should.
But all your opinions are valid, guys. If you don't like Meghan, that's fine. You don't have to. If you don't like the royal family, you couldn't care less. That's also fine.
I thought you were going to be like, if you don't like us, that's also fine.
Well, yeah, if you don't like us, then you've got a problem.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know any of your thoughts in the comments. We love reading these, and we will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe.
Yes, do all the things. We've got many other channels. We've got Lia Hadzaka's channel, got Joel Lia channel, got those two Brits where we explore the UK, and it's a bit more educational. So go check those out. And see you next time.
Bye.